Hello, this is Usha Pandit, your Mindsprings English teacher. Today I have brought for you types of pronouns. Pronouns are a very tricky part of English grammar. People often confuse them with other areas like adjectives. So let's look at pronouns very closely today. Take your books or papers and make notes, use it as study material because it's important. So what does a pronoun do? A pronoun is called sarvanam in Hindi. What does it do? It replaces a noun. So basically you don't want to say something like Rahul is a boy, Rahul goes to school, Rahul comes home, Rahul does this, Rahul. You don't want to repeat Rahul, Rahul, Rahul. You don't want to repeat the name of the place, the name of the company, the name of the object again and again and again. And so we replace it with pronouns. So we say Rahul is a boy, he goes to school. When he gets home, he goes and plays badminton. So there's a he that follows. Okay. Now what does that tell you very clearly? That Rahul has to be mentioned first. So one of my first rules there is never use a pronoun without noun reference. So my noun I have to refer to. I have to say Rahul is a boy. Rahul has to be there. You can't just start with he is a boy, he goes to school, he comes back, he does, which a lot of children tend to do. If you don't have a noun reference, you don't know who you're talking about. If you have a girl and a boy, then you need to, or two boys, you need to refer to which boy you're talking about. Otherwise, if you write he, I will not know whether you're referring to Ravi or whether you're referring to Rahul. So you will have confusions like that. So a noun reference is very important. Okay, I'm just clearing the rules before I start on the types, because otherwise, after I give you the types, you'll think that's it. But you have to be very careful with these things. Second is, it must follow, because it's a pronoun, it stands in place of the noun. It will start doing all the things that the noun does. So what does a noun do? The noun has a subject-verb agreement, isn't it? The noun will follow. If you have more than one, then the verb will become plural. So if you say Rahul and Ravi are going to school, so you got the are, you don't put is there because that's a subject verb agreement for the plural subject. Similarly, the pronoun, if it's a he, then you have he is, and if it's a they, then it's they are. Okay, you have a subject and verb must agree. The same rule will follow for your. It will also agree in number and in gender, whether it's one or many, or whether it's a girl or a boy. If you say Sudha is a girl, then you can't say he is going to school. Sudha is a girl and therefore it has to be she is going to school. So gender. Gender and number both must agree in the pronoun. Third one is, don't confuse it with contractions. This is such a big mistake. There are no apostrophes. In your pronoun, there are no apostrophes. Please remember, no apostrophes in the pronoun. So if you say the dog is wagging its tail, it has no apostrophe. This apostrophe that you put here, that is a contraction. What does it mean? It means it is. That apostrophe is standing for this I. It is, it's. So in a pronoun, there are no apostrophes. Please remember. And you will be fine. If you just remember pronoun, no apostrophes. The other one I want you to remember is this one. I'll come to this, but just remember in connection with this, that there should be no noun after a pronoun. Why? Because then it will not be a pronoun. It will be an adjective. Suppose if I say their office, there, and then I have got office which is a noun after it. What does it mean? It means it is no longer a pronoun. It's a possessive adjective because it's telling you something more about the office, whose office, their office. So it will not have a noun. After the pronoun, no noun. So when you look at its, when you have its tail, what will it be? It will be a possessive adjective. This is a possessive adjective. No apostrophes. Like for example, hers, you cannot put an apostrophe s. It is H-E-R-S. The pronoun is H-E-R-S. It is hers. The bottle is pink. It is hers. So there is no apostrophe. There should be no noun after the pronoun, otherwise it's an adjective. So we have cleared these rules. Now let's come to types of pronouns. There are 11 types of pronouns, as you can see, quite a lot, but they are very easy. The complication in schools is it is done in different years. That is why you don't remember any of them, because you don't have an umbrella view of the types of pronouns. That is the problem. Remember, the types of pronouns and types of adjectives are almost the same. Sometimes you get the same words. What is the difference? This one. The adjective will have a noun after it. The pronoun will not have a noun after it. You must remember this. Otherwise, you will get confused between possessive adjectives and possessive pronouns. Okay, let's look at these now. The first one I put relative, but we'll start with personal. Personal is the simplest one, which you start when you are in a very small class, and it goes the subject. If I say I love you, the I there is the subject. So in the subject position, when it comes, you've got I, you, he, she, it, we, you, they. I love, you love, he loves, she loves, it loves, subject verb agreement, and they love. Now what is the you at the back there? That is the object, that is this one. So I love, you can't say I love me, I would say I love myself, but he loves me, he loves you, he loves her, he loves it, he loves us, he loves you, he loves them. So all these are in the object place. The subject is he and everything else is in the object place. So these are the words that you use. The next one we'll do is the possessive. The possessive is mine. The possessive pronoun, people, is mine, yours, his, hers, its, ours, yours, theirs. Here, this one. Okay? It is not my, you, he, his, her, etc. Because what is my? My is a possessive adjective. My bag, my shoes, his socks, his shirt, her school, their parents. You will always get a noun after it. So that's a possessive adjective. Do not include it in the possessive pronouns. When you use the possessive pronouns, you say it is mine. The school in the building in the green color is my school. All the children there are mine. If I were a teacher, I'd say they are mine. So which means that they are my children. So you have mine there or yours. If I ask, is this yours? And I'm holding something, is this yours? Then yours there is a possessive pronoun. I'm not asking, is this your pens? If I say your pens, it will become, your will become a possessive adjective. But if there are no pens, is this yours? That is a possessive pronoun. The biggest complication is here, possessive adjective and possessive pronoun. So my, you, he, she, it are not possessive pronouns, they are possessive adjectives. Then you come to the interrogative. Interrogative is very easy, all those question words, whom, who, where, whose, all those words, but you should be able to replace it with a noun. If I ask who, I can say the girl, who stands for a girl, whom again in the object position will stand for a girl, where will stand for a place, whose again will stand for, whose will actually I think stand for possession. So I am a little doubtful about this, but these three words definitely can be replaced by either a person or a place, or it should be replaced by a thing. Okay. So therefore those are your interrogatives. Remember, the pronouns are replacing the nouns. So we can't put anything at all. It has to replace a noun. This, don't forget this function, whatever happens. Distributive is again a pronoun. You're distributing. See, it's sitting in the word distributive, isn't it? So if I say each took a cake. There were many children in the room, or there were 5 children in the room, each took a cake. What do I mean? There's a distribution. Each child took a cake. That is what I mean. The minute I put each child, what does it become? It becomes a distributive adjective. If you have a noun after any of these words, they will become distributive adjectives. So distributive, each, either, neither, any, none, everyone, all these are distributing. And this one always takes the singular. Everyone is going home. Everyone is going on a vacation. Either he is going or she is not going. Always you will have a singular agreement when you distribute, because basically you are looking at single points. The demonstrative on top of that is words like this. Suppose I say this is mine. This is a demonstration. I am demonstrating. I am showing. To demonstrate means to show. So demonstrative is any word that shows something. If I say this pen, noun, demonstrative adjective. This is mine, demonstrative pronoun. That bag, demonstrative adjective. That belongs to Sudhir, demonstrative pronoun. So if you don't have a noun with this, that, these, those which demonstrate, they are pronouns. Now in the distributive, if you have words like somebody, anyone, anything, several, some, it's not giving you a number. You don't know how many there are. That is why we call them indefinite. If I say somebody, more than somebody, if I say anyone, anything, several people turned up means how many? It could be 5 or it could be 500. You haven't given me, so therefore it is indefinite. Some people turned up. Nobody turned up, I wouldn't put here because nobody is at least one person, isn't it? So we won't take this. But several, some, all, few, all of these would be definitely indefinite. Wherever you can count, you will put a number there. Otherwise, it is indefinite. Even when you say somebody, you are not giving me a name. So therefore, that is something indefinite or uncertain about it. The next one is reciprocal. Reciprocal pronouns are like each other, one another. There are no names there. So if I say Sudha and Ramesh met after a long time, they used to be friends in college. They greeted each other, or they greeted one another warmly. What is that one another, each other? It stands for Rahul and Sudha. So therefore, it's reciprocal, one to another pronoun. Let's look at relative. Relative pronouns are those that join two sentences. They are your subordinate conjunctions, right? We call relative pronouns act as relative joining two clauses in your complex sentences. So if I say the girl who is standing near the door is the secretary, what am I saying? The girl is the secretary. Who is standing near? When I say who, what is that word who? Who refers to the girl. Who is standing near the door? The girl is standing near the door. The girl is the secretary. I don't want to repeat it over and over again. The girl, the girl. So instead of saying the girl 2 times, I am using the word who. And that is my relative pronoun. It joins two clauses. So when you combine sentences, who, whom, which, that, where, all these are relative pronouns. They make adjectival clauses. See, these are the markers for adjectival clauses. The place where my grandfather was given the award is very special to me. Which place? The place where he was given the award. Where therefore becomes a relative pronoun there. It stands for the place, therefore. So those are your relatives. Then you have your reflexive. Reflexive is when the action comes back to me again, to reflect back. See the word reflect. So reflect is when it comes back to me. So if I say I made myself a cup of tea. So I made myself. Whom did I make it for? For myself. The action is coming back to me. I made myself a cup of tea. I told myself not to be scared. All the time this act, the person subject acting is acting upon himself. That is called a reflexive. On the other hand, the emphatic, lots of people get confused between these two. The emphatic is emphasizing. What is the meaning of emphasizing? Saying it once more. So if I say the queen herself came to my party, is the queen doing something to herself? No. The queen herself means the queen. I am emphasizing it. Oh my God, the queen came to my party. The queen herself came to my party. Nobody brought her. She herself decided and came to my party. That's the emphasis, emphatic. So the same words, but you are using it in two different ways. Both are pronouns because you are not saying the queen, you are saying the queen herself. And therefore emphatic and therefore pronoun. The last one here is impersonal. We have something called the impersonal pronoun in English. Suppose I say it is cold. What is it? What does it stand for? It stands for the weather. I can just say it's cold today. I don't have to have this rule. You know where I have said have a noun reference. In the impersonals we don't have a noun reference. It doesn't stand for any person. It's general. So I can come one day in the morning, I can come to the railway station and say, it's cold. It's cold. That it there is an impersonal pronoun. It means the weather. Or I can say, you know, you've heard people saying, you know, they say that we should not, we should not talk back to the boss. They say, or you say someone says that we are not going to get a raise. Who is this they? And then you say, who is they? Who is someone? Sometimes you get irritated with them. This they, someone, all these words are impersonal. It doesn't stand for any person. It's just a manner of saying somebody. It's one of those indefinite types, right? Or you can say there are many books on the table. What is that there? Again, it's standing for something, but nobody has mentioned it. You don't have to mention it before. If you say there is an exhibition out there, there is basically saying that situation exists or the event is happening. These are called impersonal pronouns. One must be very careful. Who is the one? Generally everybody. So therefore one, they, it, there, someone are impersonal. So these are the various types of pronouns that you have. I have told you some very important things with the rules. I have told you if there is a noun after it, it is not a pronoun. I have told you there is a difference between reflexive and emphatic. I have talked to you about demonstrative, distributive, this, possessive. So I have told you a lot. But if you just listen to this video once and you say, oh, I have got it. It's fine, I have understood, you are likely to forget. You need to not only listen to it, make notes, but use it, think about it. When you read something, you say, is that a possessive adjective? Is that a possessive pronoun? You need to ask yourself these questions. And if you do that, then this bit of grammar will become completely in your control. So if you like the lesson, do subscribe, press the bell notification, go to our website www.mindsprings.in and we have books there. I've got a book called Grammar with Ease, but it's a very basic book. Okay, so if you are really looking for something very simple, done in a very simple way, that's the book for you. Otherwise, there's a bigger book that I'm writing this year, and that is likely to have a lot of these complications of grammar in it. So do comment in the box and tell me how you're doing, and until we meet again, keep smiling.